mentally, an 800, what goes through your head? Because conditioning wise, does fatigue even build, or are you moving at a point now where essentially you're just trying to hold that pace? When does lactic spike? Is it at the 400 mark and then you need to push on? Or is it just a steady build where you just grit your teeth and you know exactly what's coming? Because I think for me, I'm keen to comprehend how it compares to the slower, but I guess relatively same demand stuff that I've gone through, where I know if I ease back in lap 3 even slightly, because lap 4 is only 400 meters, you can hold on even though it hurts a lot more.
Yeah. But it's a slightly slower pace than
exactly. So for you, how do you structure an 800 in terms of attacking it?
Yeah, so the 800 it's a prolonged sprint. I don't even think it should be classed as a middle distance. It's not. The way we go through 400 now, some of these races you're going through in 49, 50 seconds at 400, which if you were to do that again, you'd break the world record. Yeah, basically you'd be running sub 140, which is insane, but you have to set it up like that. So a lot of big races you're going through 49, 50 seconds, and the 800 now is who can get up to the highest gear as quick as possible and maintain it. So that first 200 is crucial, but it's crucial in terms of you can't just go flat out. You can't go 23 seconds for the first 200 because that's going to come back and haunt you the last 100. You got to find a sweet spot. You got to go 24 mid or 24 high, and then maintain that. Basically, you're going to slow down, but it's going to feel like you're maintaining it. And like you're saying, the third lap on a 1500, for us, it's the back straight. It's between 500 and 600 is crucial for so many ways. It's crucial because that's naturally the slowest 200. That or the last 200, but you feel like you hit the 500 and you know if it's on or not. I do anyway. Yeah. I think a lot of athletes do. I'm gonna have a good race, or this last 300 is gonna hurt like hell. So you have to make a conscious effort to make a move up the back straight to maintain the pace, but also to get into position for the last 150.
If you have any doubt in that back straight at all, are you fucked? Is it game?
Yeah, you can, and because it's so, the 800 is like, it's like high speed chess. It's like high speed chess, but you with not with one other player, with 8, 9, 10 other players, other athletes, all trying to make the same moves at the same time, all similar caliber, all fighting for the same position, and that is why it can be chaos at times.
Yeah,
because everyone's trying to do the same thing, and everyone's fighting for certain positions and running it seriously quick speeds.
So if we compare the Commonwealth qualifier and final, that back 200, that back straight, back 100 rather, the confidence and sort of invincibility that you must have felt from the crowd, can you compare that to a race where you didn't quite have that same energy and you felt just a polar opposite in your head on that?
Yeah, definitely. Even last year I went 144 again last year at London Diamond League, and I knew I was going to run well because I went through 450.7 I think, and I felt like I was jogging, and I was moving so well up the back straight, getting into a great position and not feeling any fatigue at all. So I knew the last 200 was going to be tough, but I knew I was going to hold on. Whereas there's been other races where I've sometimes not even made it to 500, and I'm like, nah, this is I'm out. Yeah. I'm out. I'm tapping out here. I'm gonna struggle around 146. It's so yeah. There has been a few races like that, and there's also been races where I've went too hard up the back straight. I did it this year in a place called Funstadt in Germany. We were attacking a really quick time and went through 400 a bit too fast, like 50.1 I think. And then we kicked on. We should have just maintained that pace, but the pacemaker pulled out, and I was at the front, and I made a conscious effort to hit it hard between 4 and 6, and I was just, the last 40 meters was I felt like Dan swimming probably. I honestly felt like I was swimming the last 50 meters, and I lost all my time. You're at a 143 pace for 750 meters, and then it just goes.
And that's where your mechanics just fall apart.
Everything just falls apart. You feel like the lactics, everything, your stride length cuts, is a horrible, horrible way to go. And it just hits you like that. And the 400 is the same. They have this classic thing saying the Lactic Sniper, and you can look world class, and then boom, you just shot, and that's it. And there's no coming back from that, you're done. And there's nothing worse than when you're in that position and you feel other people on your shoulder.
Yeah.
And they feel you dying, and you know they're coming, and you're
Yeah.
And I've been that person coming through, and it's a great feeling when you sense someone dying and you can see it from behind, you can see it in the stride length, and it's like, I've got you. And it's demoralizing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so tactical. The margins are so small as well. I think watching it on TV or in person, it just looks like everybody's running as hard as they can for 800 meters, and that's kind of long and short of it. But
yeah, literally.
if you're thinking 50.1, I'm sending it, 50.7, I'm cruising.
Exactly.
The margins there are, that's incomprehensible to me, let alone somebody that might not run or whatever it might be. It's crazy that's the level of detail that we've got to go at. Because Jamie, for example, whenever we've done mile training, whenever we've done 800s, anything like that, he always has a lot more in the tank towards the end, whereas I always have nothing. In the end, whether it's pacing or whether it's actually just physiological. I mean, I've got short legs and I don't lift my knees very much. You'd probably laugh at me running, but it's just a case of the efficiency and sort of the strengths and weaknesses that you have, and therefore how do you utilize them in your race? The margins are so small. It's mind blowing to me. So,
but all athletes are different as well. Fergus, like there'll be different ways to approach the 800. That's what's like fascinating about it. Like I come from a more speed orientated background, but I do have a very good engine as well in terms of like probably running a decent mile time and stuff.
What's the furthest you've ever ran in one go?
12 mile.
12 miles?
Yeah.
That's mad. Professional runner. Never done a half marathon.
Never. I call that a half marathon. I've got a 12 mile. Sunday long run, but Sunday long run's 12 miles.
There's people listening to this being like, wow, I'm a better runner than Guy, in the same way that I lifted the Dinny Stones before Tom Stoltman. So
really?
Like, well,
world's strongest man, eh?
Yeah, that's it.